So after a successful mission, I feel like a celebration is in order. We're really getting off the ground. And what better way than to introduce to you guys somebody who I happened to find sitting in the tavern, sitting in the bar, waiting, with open arms. Well, maybe not open arms, but a fist bump. It's somebody who you have to see to believe, and I'm so happy to introduce them as somebody who's going to be joining the ranks, starting from the bottom in terms of official XCOM rankings. I don't understand why. I'm not going to question the people who supersede the ranking system or whatever, or the deeper findings of XCOM. Either way, before I get too lost in my words, let me introduce to you guys the one and the only hero in my books, Xavier Assassin. Now, he's not sporting the blue hair, but he's certainly sporting a blue vest and a slightly blue outlook on life. Because, according to him, we did save the world. But it's very clear that in this time, right now, in this very second, we didn't. And there's confusion. There's definite confusion going on in Xavier's heart and his mind. And there's confusion going in my heart and in my mind. Because I remember scarce little bits of what he was able to accomplish back then. And I just don't know why. I don't know why the world isn't set the way it should. I'm sure you guys understand. Xavier, what are you doing? Xavier's the only one left. Oh, Xavier's sacrificing himself.
Oh, wow.
Words cannot describe the impeccable work Xavier's shown on the battlefield. Having been a part of XCOM since the beginning of the alien invasion, Xavier showed remarkable skill from the start, and although not one to brag, was an ace in the hole for many a squad. Just don't give him a dirtied or unprepared gun, Xavier proclaimed, and he would make art with it. He's ready to go in fighting back against Advent, eyes sealed and weapons pointed. He has a bandana, he has a new assault rifle there. I think Xavier's going to fit right back into the fold. It's great to have him back. And we're definitely going to need his help because we're down 3 pairs of arms. Capo, Capo, Dark, and Martin are still recovering from their wounds. Martin's the closest to getting better, but things are still going to be a little bit iffy for some time. Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in South Africa have brought us reports of activity that we might want to investigate. Alright.
Avenger plotting new course.
We don't have anything else that we're really doing, so let's do this. Get some supplies. Resistance communication should be ready by tomorrow, so...
The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander.
Resistance contacts available. Although, conceptually, the idea of establishing a radio-based communication system for the purposes of organizing the resistance movement is nothing new, harkening back to any number of Earth's previous wars, what we hope to accomplish here is still no small task. The aliens are particularly adept at directing our signals, or detecting them, with a vast array of technology and resources at their disposal. disposal. However, working in close collaboration with Chief Engineer Shen, we've begun to salvage some of the aliens' own communications equipment from within the Avenger itself. From studying the surviving log files, we've discovered an astounding number of simultaneous communications being distributed through their network at any given time. This has proven to be the key to our proposed solution. With so much traffic flowing through the alien network, it should be relatively easy for us to disguise our own transmissions among theirs. Using the Avenger as our central hub, we establish a communications network linking resistance outposts around the globe. Every new contact we establish should organize and strengthen the movement as a whole. So we can develop resistance comms. And we can also look into making the radio itself. The Resistance Comms facility increases the number of regions that we can make contact with. Further contacts can be gained by staffing an engineer here once construction is completed. Alright, understood. Now, what should we focus on next? I'd like to increase our armor, to be honest. I feel like having some sort of buffer against the aliens' assault should be paramount. So let's see, what do they have said about hybrid materials? The advent bodies we've recovered so far are shielded by a fascinating combination of materials, some more common than others. By studying the underlying alien technology, our research could lead to vast improvements to our own equipment. Well, as long as we have enough trooper corpses afterwards to look at.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available. Working within the tight constraints of the Avenger, I've had a difficult time finding room to conduct some of our more theoretical experiments. Perhaps the next time we set down.
Let's see.
Tygan just sent word. The new Resistance Communications Network is fully operational. Now we just have to spread the word.
Alright, we can head to West Africa and make contact with the local resistance there. And then once we do that... Oh, East Africa is available too.
Now that we've established a link, we can use our intel resources to make contact with the local resistance cell in this region. Aside from getting us into the black site, our access to supplies should improve now that we've expanded our reach. After we pay the initial intel cost to make contact, we'll have to scan the region for a few days before the local resistance cell comes out of hiding. Once we find them, we'll be up and running in the new region.
It'll cost us a bit of intel to do this, and it'll take a few days, but we'll be able to get more information about the black site.
Setting course for the East African sector.
I think this should be a priority. I'll pass on to supplies for now.
Using intel collected so far, we've managed to locate a resistance cell operating out of this region. It'll take us some time to scan for their exact position, though.
Alright, take the time.
Attempting to establish local regional contact.
And we got a facility available. I think we should take the time to build the proving ground now. We already have the tactics, guerrilla tactics room being created. So now we should get a little bit more serious.
Commander, we've pushed our current power systems to the limit. We don't have any capacity to spare, which means we can't expand our facilities further.
There's currently an unstaffed engineer who can assist in building. Alright. So, the proving ground should be ready in a week. Excellent.
Commander, I'm going to need more help on the engineering team before I can start clearing out some of these other rooms. We should recruit an engineer.
How much does that gonna cost?
Hello, Commander.
That's
Dad
not
would have been proud of what we're doing here.
that's not something we
For
can
the
do
first
right
time in
now,
a
is
long
it?
time, we're actually a threat to the aliens, and they know it. Now we just have to make all those people in the colonies remember what we're fighting for.
No, I agree with you. I definitely agree.
These findings will likely prove crucial to our ongoing efforts, Commander.
With limited resources available to outfit our troops, up until now they've had to make do with whatever makeshift armor Shen managed to piece together from various scrap materials. Relying on methods that might otherwise seem outdated, we've developed a means of producing a multi-layered nanofiber weave capable of withstanding direct impacts as well as any traditional armor without the added weight. Our troops will still have to exercise caution, even a nanofiber has its limits. It may be best suited to our forces who rely on agility over pure stopping power. In any case, I imagine our soldiers will be pleased to see any improvements over their current equipment. So now, there's a nanoscale vest that we can actually purchase with whatever supplies we have, and we can also research plated armor to further augment our defensive capabilities, which is something that I want to focus on. It's not in the... It's not something we can realistically do right now. Magnetic rifles used by Advent's forces are incredibly complex weapons. The rifles themselves self-destruct when their original operator dies, but with a little effort, we might be able to use any recovered parts to improve our soldiers' own weapons. Alright, let's do that, and then we can focus on some autopsies.
I foresee a number of valuable applications stemming from this technology. I'll have a report assembled as soon as the research is complete.
Will do. Or sounds good.
Objective added.
What do we got? The mysterious Advent Black Site must be investigated by an XCOM strike team, and any relevant artifacts must be recovered for study. So we've managed to contact and gain resistance, or gain contact with the resistance. Now they're asking us to go to the Black Site. Complete the mission.
Commander, we've established contact with the local resistance, and we can move on the Advent Black Site on your order. We should make sure our troops are fully equipped and ready for a tough mission. I'm guessing security will be tight at the facility. I'm keeping tabs on all our operations, Commander. Our people are standing by for your orders.
People of East Africa stand ready to help XCOM however we can. So our income has increased, and now we can get in contact with Europe. We've been here for a while in Africa. We haven't heard anything from the other continents, so this is the first realization that, hey, we can actually figure out what's going on in the rest of the world. And then India is also available too. New India, that is. Well, I'd like to spread out our wings and make sure that we have all of Africa covered, or the majority of it. So let's actually go make contact with West Africa. Or there's benefits to both. And that opens up several regions in Asia. Alright, let's go for the short-term benefit. We'll get more supplies if we help out over here. Let's get connected with Eastern Europe.
Commander, we've utilized all of our available communications capacity. We can't establish any new contacts until we upgrade our systems.
Understood.
Attempting to...
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
We've had the troops digging through scrap piles and looting corpses, and at this point, it's safe to assume that they're on constant vigil for anything we could use to improve our gear. All the raw materials in the world won't mean much if I can't find a use for them, but I think this module weapon system is a good start. Having pushed our existing designs about as far as I thought possible, the integration of a few key alien components provided the much-needed stability we've been looking for. With the modifications in place, we should be able to attach larger upgrades for even more firepower. The troops will like that. Yes, they will. So, weapon upgrades are now available. Any weapon upgrades found in the field can now be attached directly to our soldiers' weapons to provide tactical advantages. Excellent. Alright, let's focus on the sectoid. The sectoid has grown significantly since I've last seen it.
Though I was never witness to one myself, countless observers attest to the existence of a much smaller, less intimidating variant of the sectoid that took part in the original invasion.
Yeah.
In the time since, this new being, the product of clear genetic manipulation, is now a familiar face to our forces operating in the field.
Ugly bastard, too. Alright, let's continue to try and make contact with Europe.
Nothing on the local comms. Advent's been quiet lately. I'm guessing we have you to thank for that.
Our pleasure, Den Mother. Enjoy it while it lasts.
We plan to. Our water purification
Massive
system...
signal coming from the Advent network tower. It's global. Sir, I think you want to see this.
Fellow citizens, for 20 years, the Advent Coalition has worked tirelessly to repair the ravages and injustices of the old world. Under our stewardship, our cities prosper, our people flourish, and our world heals. And yet, among us, there are still those who would refuse to acknowledge the truth, who are determined to see all that we have achieved.
Multiple radar contacts on approach to Haven Alpha 7.
That must end.
Even as I speak to you today,
Gun incoming on approach.
Your signal's breaking up. Outlying territories to end this scourge once and for all.
They're right on top of you.
Losing you, Avenger.
Raise them again.
We will ensure your continued safety and well-being throughout this crisis.
Get your people out of there!
With your cooperation, we will overcome these radical elements and usher in another 20 years of peace and prosperity.
They don't stand a chance. Commander, we should get a squad ready to deploy.
What the hell?
Commander, we have a squad ready to move on the Resistance Haven currently under siege by the aliens. Give the word and we'll move out.
Some sort of mutation. Alright, let's go. Advent is attacking one of the resistance havens in South Africa. We'll need to respond quickly to prevent further civilian casualties. Let's do it.
Setting course for South Africa.
Figuring out what's going on in Europe will have to wait. Alright, let's get our team decided. They need to stop the retaliation against our resistance members. I might send Sukai out again, just to have a ranger. That would make me feel a lot better, but... Well, first off, we are definitely sending Xavier out. He wants to be at the forefront. Destin's going to accompany. He's sharpened up his sharpshooter capabilities, so I think having him on the team will be beneficial. Plus, he'll be able to get sightlines on any of those bastards who try to hurt the civvies. Alright, we'll send Aqua in as well. And then I want to send in Sukai again, but I hope she doesn't get tired out, because this will make 4 consecutive missions that I've sent Sukai on. But we don't have any other rangers available. Martin is out of commission right now, so I'll have to count on her. Alright. Cole, I'm gonna have you hold on to the med kit. Wait, where's our med kit? Oh, there it is. Just wondering if somebody misplaced it. I think giving Destin the autoloader is the best bet. I talked about it before, that being able to get a free clip in, you know, being a sniper, I think that's great. Once a weapon upgrade is applied, it can be replaced but not reused. Yeah. I'm fine with that. Give it a little bit of a pristine look. Destin, you can thank me later. We'll hold on to the other item, the other upgrade that we found that increases aim, for another time. For now, we're going to send Xavier, Cole, Destin, and Sukai out to save this resistance operation.
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position to drop.
We just got word the aliens are attacking a resistance outpost in this region, and they're not taking any prisoners. These people need our help, and we're heading in to make sure the aliens regret coming after the resistance. Neutralize all hostile contacts in the area and secure the camp.
Rescue at least 6 citizens is what they are asking us to do. We're going to Freedom Ridge in South Africa.
Ennis 1-5, hostile forces are attacking the outpost. Eliminate all enemy units and protect those civilians. Advent came in hot and so did we. You won't have a concealed position for deployment on this one.
Except Sukai. Sukai knows what she's doing. So we need to make our way into the forest. Alright, let's roll.